This year will be different. I'm going to crush all my classes. You feel hopeful during back to school season. After all, it's a fresh start. But after 2 weeks, you feel yourself slipping into old struggles. And before you know it, you already wish for this school year to end. Can I tell you a secret? I know exactly why each school year is not meeting your expectations. You're not ready because you haven't made yourself ready. We don't rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our preparation. If you prepare with these 5 things, I guarantee you will have the most successful school year of your life. Hey team, it's Amy. I was valedictorian and I became a regional tennis champion while sleeping an average of 8 hours a night. I learned how to manage everything efficiently because I still wanted to have great experiences in school, even though my migraines would make things twice as hard. On this channel with our A team, I'm teaching you how to crush school in ways that make you successful beyond academics. You do this by setting yourself up with preparation. With a killer system and the right mindset, it's impossible not to succeed. And those are what you will learn in this video with the ultimate back to school to-do list. Make sure to pay attention and stick to the end because I'll share how it's actually easy to get ahead of all your peers. Let's go. You know those 1 to 2 classes that just suck the life out of you? They are so hard that you spend extra time studying them, but then that takes away from you succeeding in other classes, and eventually everything suffers because of that weakness. Think about what that is for you. What is your Achilles heel, per se, of school? For me, that was physics. Having been good at math, chemistry, and biology, this really crushed my confidence because I thought I should be good at physics. But I just could not intuitively understand everything. It was like a foreign language. I had to study more hours for AP Physics and ask my mom for help all the time. So I knew this was my weakness and I should tackle my weaknesses with proactiveness. That's why before I started college at Caltech, one of the hardest universities in the world, I knew that I had to deal with this physics problem, otherwise it was gonna bring me down and make everything 10 times harder. So over the summer, I knew this was my chance to take control of this weakness. I found the whole set of physics videos on YouTube from Caltech's site, and I watched every single one of those 50+ videos. The whole thing, studying it day after day, just trying to absorb and build my physics sense. This was so crucial because the schoolwork at Caltech was so insanely hard, harder than anything I've experienced before. So at least brushing up my physics so I understand the foundations saved me hours of sleep and my mental health. So thinking about your past school years, what was your weakness? It is so crucial to reflect and recognize those opportunity areas and get excited and understand that it's actually a great thing that you know and have weaknesses, because that means you can take action right now to make your school year easier. Patching up weaknesses will make so much more positive impact than if you had reviewed classes you're already good in. Even if school is starting soon or it's already started, maybe your workload is lighter right now. Even reading just a few days ahead, get ahead of the material, these actions will serve you so well and you'll be patting yourself on the back, thanking past you. What do you think is the difference between winners and losers? Winners and losers have the same goals. So what makes one person succeed and not the other? It's in their systems. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Plenty of people are just like you and have your same exact goal of getting straight A's. What's going to set you apart to actually deserve those straight A's easily? The answer? You're going to set up systems so good that it's easier and more efficient to achieve your goals.
But Amy, what the heck are systems? That sounds like a weird chemistry term.
Well, according to the amazing author of Atomic Habits, your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you from point A to point B. This starts by getting organized. And for me, every back to school season, I will be so excited to head to Target because that's where will be my shiny new pretty planner. Using the right planner is the hallmark of a great system. I could not have survived without one. A great habit is to write down everything. Every little task that comes to mind, something your teacher says, it's so important to capture everything because you don't want to trust your brain to remember it. Even better, when I got to Caltech, I started combining the planner with Google Calendar because it uses automated reminders. So I would get a notification if something was due that day. And this is so life-saving because, again, you really don't want to trust your brain to remember things. And when you're handling like 5 million things, you gotta leverage technology. You're lucky because I didn't know about tools like this when I was your age, but there's actually a combination of a planner and Google Calendar in the form of a digital planner like this one where you can set automated reminders. This is all within Notion, which I get the hype about now. And by the way, this is not sponsored. They're just pretty awesome. And you can plug in your classes. Like here, for example, I'm putting Spanish and then chemistry. After plugging in all your classes, when you get your syllabus for each class, you should plug in everything you know on that syllabus, including your test dates, project due dates. Just literally dump everything ahead of time and set reminders. The great thing about a system like this digital planner is that it also has a study playlist that you can customize, and it has an area to list the habits you're gradually adding into your routine. You don't have to use this specific digital planner. It's just an example of how I would set things up. So it's just plug and play, and I can easily get in the habit of using it. But if you do want this particular Notion template, I know a lot of you have been asking about it. I'm so excited you think it's going to be useful. Well, surprise, surprise, this is actually my own digital planner that I created. I promise it's well worth the small investment. I know a lot of you are students, so even with all the hard work I put into it, I priced it at the cost of a single dinner out. Unlike a physical one that I had to buy a new one of every year, you can use this digital one forever and you never have to buy a new one again. I spent several weeks, many hours on this planner trying to make it more efficient and fun for you to use. And it's amazing how my hard work has been paying off because, like Lizzie says, I love how flexible the planner is. I'm more efficient and less overwhelmed with this process, more focused on what's at hand. Plus, Samya says, with this planner, I'm far better organized and getting more marks in weekly tests. It's like the best thing ever you could use for being productive. If you're interested in starting your school year strong with my special A+ digital planner, then you can check out the link in the description, and I'll be so thankful if you give me your feedback so I can keep improving and helping you. You know what can be even more effective than good habits? Removing bad habits. So many students think that in order to succeed, they need to find the next cheat code study technique, the PRQR technique that's gonna make them ace all their tests and study 5 times less. I mean, you can see it on YouTube yourself, right? There are millions of views on those study videos with 20 tips. But do you think those millions of students are getting straight A's like the videos promise? The key, studying better, is not going to move the needle as much as this tip. You don't have study problems. You have personal problems that affect your studying. That's why you have to take out the trash. Whether it's in your physical space, your too many commitments, or your mental space, too much clutter is gonna make the important things harder to do. Take a look at your work area, take a look at your room, and take a look at your backpack. Do they represent the kind of mind you want to have for school to start? Are there too many distractions or bad beans contaminating the good beans? Usually it's apples. I don't know why I said beans. Also, what's even more important is your mental space. Your attention span is the thing that will make you smarter, ace tests, and get everything else you want in life easier. When you fill your precious mental space with tons of trash you're jamming down in the forms of TikTok every day, no wonder you cannot ace that chemistry test. No wonder you cannot remember how to conjugate Spanish verbs. The act of scrolling too much on social media is literally shrinking the part of your brain that has to do with memory. That, I believe, is the biggest personal problem that is showing up to hurt your studying. It's not a studying problem. You doing more active recall is not going to make as much impact as if you removed the detractors from your mind. To take out the trash in your mental space, you can watch these videos, and you can use website blockers like Self-Control. Overall, you have to understand that your physical space and your mental space have limits. You cannot shove so many things down and expect to shove pages of textbook notes and concepts down as well. Your brain just can't handle it. Before school starts, it's the perfect time to clear up some space in your mental cabinets, make room for school and the important things to take up greater mind share. You know, I believe that you're going to be the best student you've ever been this year. In fact, you also might have high hopes that you are gonna be the academic rock star, finally making your comeback and different from last year. However, what many students get wrong is that they think once school starts, they are gonna transform into that new person. No. You are going to become your ideal self now. Reflect on your past year and your grades. What went wrong and what do you want to do better this school year? For the ways you want to improve, how can you translate that into improvements you can make right now? For example, if you know that you've procrastinated a lot last year and you don't want to do that this year, then during the summer when you have housework or you have to go buy school supplies, already start not procrastinating on those as well. Start being on top of all the things in your life now so you are the kind of person that will also be on top of your schoolwork. If you're hoping to be more vocal in class and make a great relationship with your teacher, you can start building your soft skills right now. Talk to more strangers outside. Reach out to the right friends. You have to already start shaping your identity such that when school gets busy, you are already your ideal self. Something your ideal self might do is block out time to study in advance, to be focused. So you can block out time now to stay focused on one task at a time. If you're part of the A team, hearts. Better yet, to keep yourself accountable, comment what your ideal self would do. What is one thing they will do better this year and that you can start doing better now? Oh my gosh, thank goodness the sun is going down because I was so hot and sweaty. That's why I looked glowier than usual, shinier than usual. Felt like I was melting. I'm melting. If you're part of the A team, hint, you already know that mindset is crucial in being successful because the right mindset helps you do the right actions so much more easily. So just like you work on your muscles, you can work on your mind. You need to get your head in the game because then studying and being on top of deadlines will be smooth sailing when you're in the zone. Thus, rewire your mindset. However, did you know you can also rewire your mindset in a negative way? That's what many students have been doing over the summer by consuming lots of unhelpful content. After scrolling through hundreds of random videos, you're subconsciously making yourself value the things that make studying harder. So let's consume some different content to reverse the damage. And this is actually really fun because I loved watching these movies that made me feel so inspired and pumped up to work harder. And if you enjoy reading books, these two were fantastic for making me feel like I can tackle anything in the world. Consuming the right content, just like you're doing right now, encourages you that your hard work will pay off. You will value work ethic. Your efforts will be worth it no matter what. Your struggles are all worth it. If you tried as hard as you can and you didn't get an A, you still did amazing because you tried and you grew. That means you are a hardworking person. That sets you ahead of so many people. And that's why it's so easy to get ahead of your peers. When I handed in my tests early and easily got A's, my peers were always confused about why I seemed much more prepared. I was more prepared because I prepared. A lot of people will not put in enough preparation for each school year. Enough preparation means you prepare until you feel ready. I've seen too many people who don't do that. You can easily get ahead by simply preparing, by trying. And remember that preparation is more than just a few days or weeks before school starts. With your efforts and hard work before, you've been preparing your whole life to be capable of what you're going to be doing in this very moment. You're constantly preparing. Luck comes to those who are prepared for it. Remember that if you want more luck, and if you want this year to be different, well, why would it be different? Only if you are different. If you plan to fail, If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Ah, dang it. You know what I mean. You've heard it before, probably. As always, help each other in the comments. I've been so blown away by how A-team members are replying to each other when someone has this big problem in their life. An A-team member just jumps in, and you guys are so amazing, man. Every single one of you. When you help other people, you are helping yourself at the same time, according to the Feynman technique. By thinking of advice you would give to other people, that makes you smarter and confident in solving your own problems too. By the way, just for this back to school season, I added a bonus section to my digital planner, which is a comprehensive checklist so you don't miss anything important in your preparation. So remember to check it out with the link in my description. Awesome job, A-team! I will see you when you're rocking the school year. Till next time! Oh my gosh, why do I feel like there's always so much to do? No, I don't even feel like, I just know there's so much to do. Because today I filmed 2 videos after scripting the 2 videos this morning. Then I had a coffee chat. My mind is so hyperactive. So basically, I woke up, had a consulting call, ate eggs, scripted, filmed, had a coffee chat, started cleaning and being excited and feeling accomplished, but then realized the house is a mess because I've been meaning to clean up this stuff in a while. Then I had the idea to suddenly film a podcast about social confidence, but that failed because I was so bad at speaking. I stopped that and I decided to listen to one of my friends' podcasts to see how they speak so well and whether I should tone down my speaking speed. Then I realized it's already 5:30 and I'm hungry because it's dinner time. But I decided I wanted to cook today, so I should have started an hour ago. And I still have to clean, and I wanted to film a quick short too while I still have my makeup on. I already pushed some things that was on my to-do list for tonight to next Monday. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I need to get going. Sean's coming back tonight and I am trying to clear my weekend so I don't have work or things to do while he's here. Oh man. And next week my parents are here, which I'm also trying to clear more time up for so I can spend quality time with them. Gotta be efficient. Diligence, efficiency, effectiveness. Let's go. And also, I said I was gonna work on my application tonight because I really need to. Actually, maybe it's okay if I don't do it another day. Maybe I'll do 30 minutes instead of 2 hours like I blocked out on my calendar.